TerrAscend, a significant player in the U.S. cannabis industry, is making a strategic exit from Michigan. They're closing 20 dispensaries, shutting down 4 cultivation and processing facilities, and laying off over 230 employees. This move represents a substantial shift and reflects current market conditions. According to state filings, more than 230 employees are set to lose their jobs due to this exit. While some employees will remain temporarily to assist with the transition, the majority will face a complete layoff. This development is particularly challenging for those employed in what was previously considered a rapidly expanding industry. The company is divesting all its assets in Michigan. This includes 20 dispensaries operating under the Gage and Cookies brands, as well as 4 cultivation and processing sites. Additionally, they are selling the real estate associated with these operations. The company anticipates finalizing this exit in the second half of the year. TerrAscend's executive chairman, Jason Wild, explained that Michigan presents significant challenges as a market. He believes that the company's resources could be more effectively utilized in other regions. This decision indicates that TerrAscend anticipates better margins and reduced competition in other states. A few years back, Michigan emerged as one of the fastest-growing cannabis markets in the nation. However, this rapid growth brought some challenges. There's now an oversupply of products, leading to a drop in prices, and the number of dispensaries has significantly increased. As a result, maintaining profitability has become challenging for businesses, including some well-established ones. Despite the typical increase in sales during April due to the 420 celebrations, overall sales have declined. State data reveals that recreational cannabis sales through May amounted to $1.3 billion, marking a 2.6% decrease compared to the same period last year. This is the first instance of Michigan's legal cannabis market experiencing a downturn since its inception in 2019. In 2022, TerrAscend acquired Gage Growth Corp. for $545 million. At that time, Michigan was considered a promising market with high consumer interest and significant potential for growth. However, just 3 years later, the company has decided to abandon this entire investment. Among the locations that have closed are Gage's dispensaries in Detroit and Ferndale, along with a cookies store in Detroit. Additionally, cultivation sites in Warren and Harrison Township are either being shut down or sold. These were not minor operations, they were flagship stores situated in key areas. Earlier this year, PharmaCann closed its facility in Warren, leading to over 200 layoffs. Other multi-state operators are also quietly reducing their operations in Michigan. This trend isn't limited to the cannabis industry. Food and manufacturing plants have been shutting down across the state as well. The company has announced a strategic shift, now concentrating its efforts on 6 key markets: New Jersey, Maryland, Pennsylvania, Ohio, California, and Toronto. This move appears to be a focus on areas where pricing remains robust and competition is somewhat less fierce. By leaving Michigan, TerrAscend is set to reduce its overall workforce by approximately 21%. This significant reduction highlights the substantial portion of their business that was connected to this particular market. When a company decides to withdraw, the impact extends beyond its own employees. It results in decreased local tax revenue, reduced spending in nearby businesses, and creates a feeling of uncertainty for those working in the broader cannabis industry. This situation serves as a reminder that even rapidly expanding industries experience cycles. Cannabis companies across the United States are encountering similar challenges, particularly with falling prices, inflation, and federal obstacles. Although Michigan might be the most prominent example at the moment, it certainly isn't the only one. It's tempting to label this as a failure, but it might be more accurate to consider it a recalibration. Markets that expand too rapidly often reach a stage where only the most efficient operators endure. This is likely the scenario unfolding before us now. I don't believe this marks the end of cannabis in Michigan. Quite the opposite, in fact. However, it serves as a reminder that rapid growth doesn't necessarily lead to long-term stability. For businesses, navigating this environment can be challenging. For workers, it often means facing a difficult transition. And for consumers, it could result in changes in where and how they shop. Have you noticed prices dropping? Is your favorite dispensary still going strong? Feel free to share your observations in the comments. If you enjoyed this, subscribe to The Coconut Mama on YouTube at youtube.com/@thecoconutmama for more.